Welcome to another episode of Finance and Stocks, and today we're going to talk about the Tesla Inc., the big electric vehicle company. The share price is dropping fast. It's about in 5 days, it's almost 20%. We see here today the share price of $290. So the situation has really accelerated. And I believe a lot of investors out there are a bit scared, I would say, because Tesla is a very common stock to hold for many investors around the globe. The market share is really big, and a lot of retail investors even has Tesla as their only holding. So these people have to really re-evaluate the situation, because when you lose about 40% of the value of your portfolio in quite a rapid pace, you will get a bit anxious and nervous, and obviously that can make you lose your sight of your long-term vision and investment thesis. So what people who own Tesla now have to decide is, do I still believe in the long-term vision? Is this blip here on 40% just a correction, and the long-term vision of Tesla and the share price will bounce back and grow stronger? This will be like that $5 trillion giant with like a monopoly in the taxi network of self-driving cars. The Tesla bot, the new robot coming from Tesla, will be like mass production in 5 years, and the power grid business will also keep expanding, and the green movement in the world will just start to increase again, and it will be popular for everyone to buy electric vehicles, etc. If the tide turns and we see the positive wins for Tesla come back, nothing has really changed based on just the stock going down. It's the explanation short term is a lot of selling pressure has been put on Tesla, but if you still believe in the long term, and the situation at the moment hasn't really changed your investment thesis, then it's nothing to worry about. Maybe this is the time for you to invest more in Tesla. What we want to do today is to provide you with up-to-date information about the movements here, why it is increasing selling pressure on Tesla, so you can make your own decision about owning the stock or not, and also understanding why the stock is down, because in the investment world it's always interesting to keep up to date with the latest buzz, if you kind of think about it that way. Obviously it's a lot of news about Tesla stock losing its momentum, and we need to just analyze this at a deeper level to feel more calm about the situation. So first I'm gonna provide you with my thesis, and then I'm gonna dive a bit deeper here in ChatGPT and complement what I say with that, and hopefully you will get the picture you need about Tesla stock as a whole, and that will be it for today after that. But anyway, my short analysis of the situation here is firstly that the evaluation of Tesla when it was almost $500 was a bit hype. Obviously Donald Trump was elected, and we know that Elon Musk was very close to him. We were talking about deregulation, and a lot of positive wins for Tesla maybe made the share price get it a bit too high. So what we have seen is, firstly, I would say based on evaluation, a correction. Also, lately the market has turned a bit sour because there are a bit of insecurities about the future. We have seen the inflation in the Western world may be getting a bit higher again. We know there are this tariff situation. We don't really know what the Trump administration will do in terms of tariffs. And obviously, Tesla has a lot of businesses in China. They are trying to expand in India. They are selling a lot of cars to Europe. They are getting parts to build the Teslas from around the world, etc. So obviously, that kind of situation also affects the business sentiment for Tesla. We also know that people hasn't really become a lot richer lately. It has been like quite high inflation for a couple of years, so buying expensive electric vehicles hasn't been like the easiest of things for that type of consumer that Tesla has. So obviously that also is affecting the company short term. They haven't really released a lot of new models lately, even though they are saying they are working hard to provide the community with more affordable Tesla models that are going to be released. They're talking about mass production of this Tesla self-driving car without like the wheels, the steering wheels, etc. So I mean, there are a lot of things they are talking about that are going to come, but at the moment we don't have like the impact of the changes. It's the same with the Tesla robot. The market wants to like have at the really specific moment right now, Tesla to be strong. And it's gonna get the light back on here. Sorry for the interruption. Yeah, the market wants to have some more security at the moment. They just can't have like just the long-term stuff. They want like some earnings at the moment. What is the next step for Tesla? Will they produce and sell more vehicles again, or will the slump continue in terms of Tesla cars sold in Europe, in China, etc.? And also in America, we haven't really seen the typical 40% growth that we did see for Tesla for a couple of years. So, and we don't know if the Trump administration will continue to have like tax cuts for people who buy electric vehicles from Tesla and other producers. So, I mean, there are a lot of things that are affecting like short term in a negative way, and I think that is also affecting the situation. And obviously, the whole situation with Elon Musk being everywhere in the media, doing the douche things, the work he has with Trump, getting close to the Republicans. He's kind of becoming a meme. He's going wild on Twitter, or X if you want to call it. I mean, maybe those things are also affecting the share price a bit. In my estimations, we tend to overstate that kind of things when we analyze a stock. This is probably more to do with the bigger economic situation, sold vehicles, the expectations of Wall Street into the futures, how much like the biggest index funds or funds, hedge funds, etc., are deciding to have Tesla in their portfolios. So yeah, I think that is like the important drivers. But obviously, at least in Europe, I think the Elon Musk situation are affecting the sales a little bit. And maybe more long term, it's a bit of a hit for the Tesla marketing as a whole. But if they have a great product and they keep like producing great cars, if they expand into India, I mean, that whole political situation will blow away, I think, in the long term. In the end of the day, in Wall Street, in the marketplace, if you have a great products and keep producing strong end results, that is the key. So yeah, that's my take. But anyway, now we're gonna see here what ChatGPT says about situations. So let's just make myself a bit small here, and I actually prepared here some factors. So let's see. they are talking about declining sales, that Tesla has experienced significant drops, and obviously 45% decrease in Europe. We have about 700 million people in Europe, and it's a really significant market for Tesla. And if that is long-term a problem, yeah, it will affect maybe the investors' view of the company, so to speak. We have seen the political controversies, and I also talked about that CEO Elon Musk has been involved a lot in the Trump administration's road to being more effective, we will say. He has also supported like Germany's far-right AfD party. I think the whole administration is doing that. So it's not just Elon Musk, it's also coordinated with the Republican Party as a whole, because in the end of the day they want a less liberal Germany. So I wouldn't say that that's only on Elon Musk, but it does raise some questions for some investors, obviously. The competition has increased, like the BYD in China, they are supported by Warren Buffett since a couple of years, and they have grown quite a bit. And why shouldn't like the leadership of China just make tax cuts for Chinese companies to maneuver, like for example Tesla. United States are talking about tariffs against China. Why shouldn't China support their own companies? We know that do that also. So it's not easy for Tesla to just go into China and sell more cars and sell them cheaper. It's actually very hard. So that has been a problem lately. I don't say that by BYD has a lot of tax cuts and such, but it's a problem. It's a situation that will like evolve over time, and if they have to choose, China will probably choose their homegrown companies, like USA will, because in the end of the day the world is turning more nationalistic, and it seems like countries are focusing more on like home, not having the global kind of free market in the same way we have had like the last couple of years. So we will see how that situation, the national situation, continue. And also we have the financial performance. The earnings hasn't been quite as good as Wall Street has expected. The profit margins has declined. That could be also based on Tesla going for like the Tesla robot, that will only cost like money at the moment. It will take like a lot of profit margins away, and maybe long term that's the correct way to go. So I wouldn't say like that declining profit margins has to be bad. But we know that no other company than Tesla in the Western world at least has really made electric vehicles profitable. So it's not an easy task. It's a lot of things that are going into this car that are very complicated. So just doing that feat is amazing, but in the end of the day, with a lot of inflation the last couple of years, it has been hard for Tesla to just keep pushing out the cars and having that quality product and continuing to have that with low prices. So that is some of the explanations. I will actually ask them, ChatGPT, elaborate more. More, please. I want more. I want deeper analyze. This is such an interesting topic. 39.6% decline from the high. So some key factors, and they are actually showing us here that BYD are really outperforming Tesla in sales and innovation. Interesting. ChatGPT, I would say Elon Musk probably doesn't agree with you, but anyway, that is what they are saying. That they are really providing affordable models with advanced driver assistance features. So that has really been a drag on Tesla. We did expect them to, like, at this moment, had more finalized self-driving assistance future, but they still have some regulatory problems, I would say. And maybe Texas is the place where they are closest to finalize some regulations to have the self-driving Tesla robo-taxi network activated, so to speak. But that is what they are waiting for, presumably. And the US market are also slowing, and we know that in US the higher interest rates are making it harder for consumers to actually buy expensive cars. Yeah. And they are diving a bit deeper in the controversies on Elon Musk. We did say he's tied to the Donald Trump campaign, and I mean, in the US, a lot of Democrats was actually the Tesla buyers, so maybe that is affecting. Yeah, nothing really new there. And price cuts aren't working, they also added here. And we know that Tesla has actually tried to cut the prices of the cars during 2024, and still they didn't really reach the expectations level of sold vehicles, cars, etc. Which is very, I mean, it's complicated for a company, because if price cuts doesn't really make it work, then you don't have a lot of things left to play with. You just have to push out new models and improve the products, improve the efficiency, etc. And I did read was it yesterday, that Elon Musk are cutting in the workforce. He's probably trying to make Tesla more lean going into the future, applying like AI, etc., to make the profit margins better in this hard time. In the end of the day, I don't think Tesla will like go bankrupt. Some people are saying, "Oh, they can go bankrupt," but they are not bleeding a lot of cash, Tesla, and they have a lot of investors that are very deep in this project, financing Tesla's growth. Maybe you remember when Elon Musk tried to take Tesla off the stock market and make it private, and at that specific moment I remember him and the company getting a lot of financial tips, etc., financial gains from companies like JP Morgan, etc. So in the end of the day, it will not be hard for Elon Musk to get more cash into Tesla, I would say. So that is not the problem. But the problem for Tesla is maybe if they can't be this hype company, if they can't provide us with the growth levels that they have, they might be considered as a normal car company, just a lot of volume long term. They will maybe keep growing 5% per year. They will keep gaining a bit of market share from dying car companies, but they won't be this exciting company. If they can't be the exciting company, they won't be able to have the share price they have. Maybe they will have a share price similar in terms of P ratios, price per sales ratios, etc., to other car companies, and that will be a big problem for Tesla, because in the end of the day, they are seeing themselves as a tech company, and if you're a tech company, you can obviously have a higher share price based on P ratios, etc., because in that share price, the investors, they do believe that the potential growth for the company is higher. And that is why I think Elon are positioning Tesla in the AI market. He's saying to everyone, it's an AI company. We're doing robots. Robots is the future. In 5 years, this Tesla robot will be the new thing for us. And if that is the case, and Elon Musk with the other leadership in Tesla sees something there, maybe this will be a whole other company in the future. If the robots are here faster than we think, and they can mass produce them very fast, maybe they won't really go too hard into the car market at all. Maybe they will pivot to another market like the robot market.